Hi everyone, I'm Marlon, the founder of Enter Island Agency. And today I have a special guest, Kristof, who is going to explain us and the whole audience what the 5 steps to get a professional job in Ireland are about. So first of all, please let me introduce Kristof. He is an experienced sales trainer, career strategist, guest lecturer, and a great speaker. He's also a former lawyer with a specialization in future soft skills and creative communication.
It's an amazing introduction. I see you prepared very well. The key thing is, I will make it simple. We all in our life communicate with each other. We need communication with our parents, we need communication with our children, we need communication with the people on the street, and also in our work.
Yes.
And that actually is the most powerful soft skill that can decide whether you get the job you want or not. How we can help professionals to secure their jobs, especially in Ireland, but also in European market, to help your clients, your students who are coming here from South America, Middle America, Mexico, or different other countries, to not only study English, but also find a professional job.
Yeah, that's very important. That's it. So could you explain to the audience what are those amazing 5 steps?
Absolutely. The first thing is you need to prepare. So first step would be preparation you do before you even consider or start thinking about interview. Second step will be about building your presence, and here where you build your CV and profile. So you have to distinguish that preparation is different than working on your CV and your profile, and we're gonna get there into details. Now the next step is focus. We're gonna make sure that you want to maximize your results, so you focus on quality, not quantity. And then we reach the interview practice. So interview is a step number 4.
Okay.
And then at step number 5 is business networking.
Okay, so let's say the step number 1 is everything you need to do to be prepared for the interview process. That's correct?
Yes, of course, to even start thinking about working on your CV and working on your profile, you need to do some groundwork.
All right.
You cannot build house from the top down, you build house from the ground up. What are those key elements, fundamentals when we starting? And first thing is we need to see career as a strategy. What does it mean? It's not just one focus on one job. There's a job posting and I want to apply for this job. This is not a strategy. This is just reacting to the situation, whatever emotions made you to make that decision, whether at work is not the best situation or you're bored, tired. No, here we go beyond. We work on the strategy. So it's about creating a long life-lasting strategy. So you, wherever you are, you want to make sure I want to buy a house in 3 years. You want to make sure that you'll be doing the position that gives you the money for that house, and also for other things that you want to do in life, and the position that you would like to be.
Yeah.
Not you react. Of course opportunities will come, but that's very important. First part.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Second thing is you need to know your values. What is very important for you, based on which values you make a decision in life. So that is another part you need to consider before thinking about specific jobs. Then you go deeper and deeper. You as a person, how would you like to contribute to humanity? So let me give you an example. Some people would love to work in finance, and I want to make sure that by, let's say, helping people with their financing, they contribute to overall wealth and they feel fulfilled by doing that. Some people in creating engaging media in digital marketing. So you need to find your own purpose before you start even thinking again about CV in your profile. How do I contribute to the humanity? And then you mark your specific career goals. You think about the field you like, the field you would like to go. It doesn't mean you have to know straight away what you like to do. We have a process to help that out. But if you know, it's easier and it's better. So then defining your desires goals, it's a first step
All right.
in this whole process.
So I understand that it's good to know what you really want in life, what is your desired job, but also, as you mentioned, it is very important to know how you will contribute with the Irish society being here in Ireland.
Yeah, if you think about this market, but now through internet, as you know, you talk to your clients in South America through internet. So now you can contribute to people all around the world.
Yeah.
So that's very important. Then when we talk about second step, this is where you start building your presence.
Building your presence.
Yes.
All right. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So building your presence is where you can now focus on your CV and your LinkedIn profile, but not only. Yes, this is the first step because you know your purpose, and knowing your purpose allows you to build things around this. So you choose, okay, this is my career path. This is the desired position, I know, CEO or COO in finance, and then you see all the positions that's going there, and you profile your CV, profile your LinkedIn profile to that desired purpose, how you would like to contribute, because you have a section, your personal profile in the CV, you have about me in LinkedIn profile. So this is the way you can express yourself. What are the underlying reasons for you to choosing that career and how you can contribute to others? Yes. So you build your CV, you build your LinkedIn profile based CV with the keywords to relate to the specific position. We help with people with the carefully design that and show people how to do that in order to maximize your chances. So your CV is chosen by the bots, but because now applicant tracking system, they check if your CV contains enough keywords to be even seen by a human.
Yes.
Then we have a LinkedIn profile, but this is not all, everything. You know, internet, your presence on Instagram, on TikTok now, does it help you or does it disturb you in getting the desired role? Because recruiters, or as higher position, as more they look on different media and they check you out, how are you congruent with your values, not only on the things that you send them, but how you are present online. And they will use Google for that. So that's very important to remember. And of course, in LinkedIn, you build your profile. We actually guide people how to do that efficiently. And when you get that skill, you can do that yourself in the future. When you check all the media, of course, they want to see if you really have a passion for what you do. Are you saying contributing, or are you really contributing? Are you resharing valuable content, posting? You don't have to be a vlogger, but from time to time, how are you expressing your interests? And that can be seen on LinkedIn, gives a lot of possibilities, and that can be things as once a month. And if you're systematic with it, or you see something interesting, share with others. And of course, we support the mindset of lifetime learner to share as much as possible. But of course, you can balance this out depending on your industry.
That's great, Chris, because that means if the student or the professional doesn't have too much experience about social media or LinkedIn or any tools who are very handy, you will help them, no? Eventually, and they will have the possibility to expose themselves to get the job they want.
Absolutely, we do that in groups and individually, and we customize that. So the groups are not more than 4 people, and what's amazing, people can support each other even with that work. And then this can be done virtually or in person, but now mostly we're doing virtually. Clients are very happy because they can do it in their time that fits them, if it's individual, or a time that usually fits most of the people. So that's very important. Yes, we focus on that.
That's really good. That's really good. Thank you very much. So what about step number 3?
Yes, and this is a very important one. So we have our own, we know what we want to do, we know our purpose, we have our presence sorted, and now it's time to focus. What's the focus about? As Tony Robbins said, when the focus goes, energy flows. And the key thing is not about quantity, about quality. I have a client once and he sent 100 applications, 1 reply. Not even an interview, because it was just sending. It's not giving a quality and focus to specific application. So the advice is to maximize your results, and in order to do that, you need to focus on giving special attention to the application, like researching about the company, customizing your cover letter. We even talk about extra contribution if it's higher position, to create something extra and say, when I've looked at your specific company, I found that by applying those solutions, increase value, help your customers better. Another thing is you check the recruiters, company initiatives, and if you that smartly include in your cover letter message or message to the hiring manager, or get those prices information, what are the problems they're trying to solve. When you talk with recruiter before you're in front of hiring manager, or you check on LinkedIn, you know what's their problem, and you need to focus and build your answers in the next step around this. So this is about focusing, giving a great quality in your applications. So we say, or one application every day or every second day. So you have time to know, research, and give quality. They see quality, amazing.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Chris, because one typical mistake the students and professionals made, they are very generic. They are very general about the CV. So they are not focused, they don't get quality.
Exactly.
That's exactly
yes.
what you're explaining now.
Right. Yes. And what I would like to add here, even Forbes recently published an article saying that we shouldn't multitask, because we lose 40% of our time if you're multitasking too much.
40%?
We use 40% of time.
Half of the time.
So you gain quality by focusing and gain time.
Interesting. Don't waste your time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So now we have arrived to the step number 4.
Yes.
So please explain to the audience what is step number 4.
Yeah, so as you know, you already know your purpose, how you want to contribute to humanity. You work on your online presence by building your LinkedIn and also working on your CV. Then, of course, you focus on applying one job at a time. You then get a lot of responses and possibilities to be in front of the interviewers. At the step number 4, we are preparing you for the interview itself.
Interesting.
And it is, because here where the real part of communication skills coming into play.
Yeah.
Here it's about how can I answer those basic questions like tell me about yourself, to very focused towards your industry questions. Let's say forecasting or those type of financial reports, or creating a specific campaign. That is so important that you practice both of them. And there's no better way than having someone giving you a feedback from your body language to the content. Are you using the STAR method? Now is CARL method. So by being aware of those and mastering them, of course through practice, you're able to come on interview much more confident, and this is what you want. You will be confident, calm, and whatever situation arises, you'll be able to use these systems to answer structurally your question. So that is very important. It's a few tips. Yes, you carefully examine the job description, so you're very prepared. You know how to answer situational questions, behavioral questions, and that is so important. That you spend a little bit of time before each interview to actually practice. You can even record yourself and then watch and give yourself a feedback. But there's no better way if someone, a third party or a friend or a professional, can guide you through that process and gives you the tips and where you can focus on, and you practice to the level where you come in, oh, I know the answer. You can see from your life.
Yeah.
If you have something that you practice all the time, you feel more confident. And here also, you practice and you come across as a very competent and confident person.
That's really good, Kristof. I agree. I totally agree with you, because I do believe, guys, practice is key. Everything is about practice. If you want to learn or improve your language skills, English skills, you need to practice. If you want to pass a professional job, you need to practice. So finally, Kristof, please go ahead with step number 5.
The step number 5 is about business networking. It's about maximizing your chance to get and secure the job. There is no better way, especially here in Ireland, than being referred to a job. And of course, let's say you say, I'm new here, I don't know anyone. You need to start thinking about how you can expand your connections. I've created a course on how smartly network and create new connections on Udemy, so you can see about business networking. I'll give a few tips. You actually, by being here in Ireland, can use LinkedIn to leverage and make it much easier for you to network. There's a special way of connecting with people. You don't ask them for a job, you ask them for advice. And by engaging them in a conversation, asking for advice, how you can help them also, you create a relationship in which the other person is willing to refer you sometimes for a specific position. Another thing is you join different groups. So if you're from Mexico, Mexican groups. If you're from Brazil, Brazilian groups. Yeah. You talk to people who work in these areas, connect with them, and they very often can refer you to a specific job. And happens that 80%, 70 to 80% jobs are actually secured through business networking. So it's so important to invest in that skill, especially here in Ireland.
Yeah, so you're totally right, because everything, guys, is about connection, and the right connection will help you to get the right job. So
if you talk about connections, you need to connect with us on LinkedIn.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so 5 steps to get the professional job you want in Ireland. So Kristof, could you be so kind to summarize the 5 steps you already talked about?
Absolutely. So if we start from beginning, remember, before everything starts, you need to find your own purpose. Right. You need to know what brings you joy, because you want to invest time in a specific field. So at least you need to make sure that over time you'll be staying motivated, you see the bigger picture and how you contribute to humanity. If you're good in something, it's much even easier, and if you know what you want to do, that's fantastic. You can just refine within the steps by elicit your values. Then we have a second step, building your presence, and that's starting from your CV to LinkedIn to other online media, to making sure they support you in this purpose you want to achieve and how you want to contribute to humanity. Then you focus one job at a time. It's about quality, not quantity. Then you practice, interview practice. We also have a course on Udemy on interview practice. And at the end, you support your search using business networking to maximize your chances. And that's so important, that you are actually thinking strategically about your career, not just as a one specific job. You see that this is something important for your life. You spend 8 hours usually per day, 5 times a week in a job. So you want to make sure it's something that you really value. So that are the 5 steps, because of course when you secure the job, we also work with professionals to get promoted quickly, negotiate their raises, and position themselves as natural leaders. So the whole process doesn't finish here, but this is the process to secure the job in Ireland the fastest way possible.
That's really amazing. Thank you very much indeed, Kristof, for all the useful information. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this interview, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us through the information and the phone contact number below. So
absolutely.
Yes,
you're welcome. I would have to say that Enter Ireland supports students in coming here and studying English, and English is an important part of the whole process.
It is.
So as soon as you invest, it's better. So as soon as you come, you sign up for the first school. That's an extra tip. Make sure you start thinking already about your strategy, because sometimes the professionals think, oh, I'm in the school, so my English is not enough, I won't think about that. No, the earliest you think, the better. Some people are steering colleges, they already created strategy. So when you finish the college, whether it's English or other degree, you're already ready to go. You don't waste time.
You already have a plan.
Yes, because you have limited time in relation, especially professionals from outside EU, in relation to visa. Yes, so if you have to think strategically how to use it smartly, and Marlon and Enter Island can help you within English and making sure it's on the level that you can apply for those jobs. We are helping in order to bring you to those opportunities the fastest way possible.
That's right. So thanks a lot again, Kristof, and hopefully I will see you the next time.
Absolutely, it's a
Bye.
pleasure.